Dadgummit. Hello, hello. I'm here, I'm fine. So I think that I need to get back into the doctor and just double check that everything's okay. Uh, just to be sure. I think I'm dehydrated is the issue. I spent the whole weekend stressing out over my son and his health. It's going to happen. I have really low blood pressure, which is awesome um, compared to my mother, who's very high strung. Okay, so other stories going on. We were talking about Beto and this woman calling him out for illegal immigration and that being an insult to legal immigrants. And we can't just let everybody in and give them all the benefits. And he got a little snotty with her. He got a little shitty. And he's like, none of these people coming across the border are a danger to anyone here. None of them? Really, Beto? Are you willing to bet your life on that? It's just not the right way to do things. We need to fix things here at home. So I ran across this story, and I was wondering if any of the other crews on Mojo 50 had covered this story. A high school teacher tells a class that the Confederate flags mean that you intend to marry your sister. Now, so this teacher posted this picture up in class of, apparently she decided it was going to be a classroom topic. She posts the picture of the Confederate flag, and next to it, it says that it is a sticker you put on the back of your pickup truck to announce that you intend to marry your sister. Think of it like a white trash save the date card. I'm not kidding. That's kind of funny. Sorry, we need to laugh at ourselves, folks, but it is kind of funny. Now, the little girl that, saw this in class, she apparently had gotten in trouble earlier in the year for wearing a belt that had a Confederate flag on it. They made her take it off. They contacted the parents and they sent her home. So this little girl's like, Ma, this was in class today. And of course, Mom went, oh, hell no, and contacted the school. So, if you can't have it one way but not have it the other way. Either it's not allowed in school or it's only allowed by certain people. And yeah, it was rude. It was funny. But if you were having a conversation about what the Confederate flag really means and then follow it up with this is what it's become in today's society, I can get it. I can get it. But the problem is we're not giving that initial information of what the Confederate flag stood for and how it came into being and what it represented before it became this feared symbol of white nationalism and racism in the country. So that story gave me a little bit of a chuckle. Also ran across information, and I was wondering the other day, what was going on with the GM strikes, right? So the auto workers union, they are saying that the deliberations have taken a turn for the worse. So this is out of Detroit. The United Auto Workers strike against General Motors could continue for the foreseeable future, as the union on Sunday said talks between the sides have taken a turn for the worse. Okay. So UAW Vice President Terry Deitz, in a letter to members on Sunday, said the union plans to continue to negotiate, but their Sunday morning proposal that they got from GM was inadequate and actually reverted back to their last rejected proposal and really didn't make any changes. So GM is standing their ground on what it is that the workers are asking for. The offer, he said, was a counter-proposal from an extensive package the union provided to the automaker on Saturday night. So the company's response did nothing to advance the host of issues that union workers say are affecting their families. GM, in response, said the company continues to negotiate in good faith with very good proposals that benefit employees today and builds a stronger future for all of us, blah, 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 blah. We are committed to continuing discussions around the clock to reach a resolution. How long has this been going on? This whole thing is costing GM thousands of dollars a day. GM stock closed down 10% since the Friday before the strike began. It is affecting them. Wall Street and analysts estimate GM is losing roughly $50 million to $100 million per day in lost production And it affects other places, of course. You've got repair shops and resellers and so forth that can't get the parts that they need. So if you are a GM owner and you're still waiting on a part to get your car fixed, you're getting pissed right about now. And you hit the point where you're like, I don't care. Just give them what they want. I need my car. I got to go to work. That's not how things work. So, I was a little sad on this news. Bed Bath & Beyond. They were originally saying that they were going to close about 40 stores. Man, okay, closing 40 stores. And they're like, well, I hope it's not the one in my area. Yes, folks, I actually really do love Bed Bath & Beyond. It is unbelievably overpriced. But when you sign up and you get the coupons, they give you a 20% off of everything. You can go in and pick something up that's cool and actually affordable. Like, I got my first pressure cooker at Bed Bath & Beyond. I think I picked it up for like 30 bucks. I could also buy one online, but I don't know if the one I get online is going to be effective. The one I get online could be defective, and it could explode, and I could die. But now Bed Bath & Beyond announcing that they're actually closing 60 stores, up from 40. So that was bad news bears as far as their stock goes. They have an interim CEO right now. That's always a good sign. So they're trying to increase the profitability of their remaining portfolio and believe that their remaining fleet will benefit from a renewed focus on driving traffic and operation facility, blah, 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 blah. What does this say for anything? So by the end of the fiscal year, 2019, 60 Bed Bath & Beyond stores closed. Where else am I going to find all the goodies that I like to get? I actually don't shop there a whole heck of a lot, but I do like the store. I do like it. So, emails that have supposedly been leaked to that other network about Hillary, getting back to that point. The Ukrainian embassy political officer who worked at the embassy at the time stated that the Ukrainians were coordinating an investigation with the Hillary team on Paul Manafort with Alexandra Chalupa, and that the embassy worked very closely with Chalupa. I just like saying Chalupa. So that email was highlighted. Email says, hey, a lot coming down the pipe. I spoke to a delegation of 68 investigative journalists from the Ukraine last night at the Library of Congress, the Open World Society Forum. They put me on the program to speak specifically about Paul Manafort. I invited Michael Isikoff, who I've been working with for the past few weeks, and connected him to the Ukrainians. More offline tomorrow. Since there was a big Trump component, you and Lauren need to be aware of that. Will hit in the next few weeks. Something I'm working on that you should be aware of. So, we have now, see how this is starting to burn everybody? Nancy Pelosi's son, apparently on a banking board that made money working with Ukrainian banks. Biden's son, Kerry's son, Romney's son, all making money being on the board of some banking something, making money from doing deals with Ukrainian banks. And now we've got this coming out. Hillary and people involved with the DNC working with the Ukrainians. As they continue to push this narrative, this is getting more and more scary, I think, for the Democrats. So now they've got people coming out and saying, oh, well, I worked with the Trump campaign, and I'm telling you, he's probably going to go ahead and quit. He's going to quit before he gets impeached. I have no doubt. Trump will quit. So now they're trying to push that narrative. Well, if we just keep beating down the door and we say we have more and more and more witnesses with nothing going on, and we don't let the Republicans get involved, and we try to keep this running in our direction, eventually Trump's going to go, ugh, it's too much, I give up. Do we really think Trump's going to give up? Really? I don't think so. So I wanted to look up really quick before the end of the show as I continue to feel a little whoopsie-doopsie, hate it. Florida man, whew. I found a headline here in Land O'Lakes. A Florida man who was released from jail on Monday was sent right back after he attempted to break into 26 different vehicles in the jail's parking lot. That's actually an old story, though. I was a little disappointed in that. Let's go over here to the news. Oh, we already know about the Florida man who mistakenly shot and killed his son-in-law during a birthday surprise. That one's sad. And then Florida man beat, raped, pregnant girlfriend. Awful, awful news. I want to find some stupid people. Stupid Florida men. I'll talk about stupid Florida men. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was so disappointed. Although they played better than I expected them to, and everybody's like, NFL, who cares? What are you talking about, Jen? What are you listening to? I'm telling you. They played better than I expected, but I did predict that we would lose to New Orleans. And you know why? Because our quarterback, if you see his face, he can't handle pressure in the pocket. So whenever our offensive line isn't holding the other team back long enough for him to have time to calm down and breathe before he makes a pass, he just comes apart. But that's, that's my opinion. My opinion on that. Oh, that's a terrible story too, and that's a terrible story too. Oh my gosh, is there somebody stupid that did something? Let's look at a New Mexico man, shall we? Hey Jen, you should have been more prepared before the show started. I actually was very prepared, but I'm not feeling well. Talking about Bernie Sanders having a heart attack. I'm not having a heart attack. Honestly, I think my main problem is just that I need to poop. I made a comment. Once you've been a daily Monday through Friday Mojo host long enough, all of our poop schedules start to sync. So, Ron and I, right now, same time, it just hits and there's nothing you can do. Should have taken care of it before the show. It's just like before you hit a long road trip, but I didn't. So Bernie Sanders tweeting out, posting out, he was walking in the park. I'm walking in the park. See, everybody? I'm healthy. I'm going to be fine. There's no problem here. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Dr. Oz, whom apparently Bernie was on Dr. Oz's show. And it sounds like to me Dr. Oz is a fan of Bernie because he's like, look, see, he's healthy. He's out walking around. He's doing great. There's no reason to think he can't handle this. Yeah, no, going to be 79. And as the Democratic debate's coming up, there's going to be Bernie. I don't know if he can take it. We'll talk
That's
more.
what she said. Every news story comes with a happy ending.
Graduation parties,
Bar mitzvahs,
weddings,
bat mitzvahs.
it's all coming up fast. Have you found the entertainment yet? You need a DJ, a KJ, or an MC with experience, quality equipment, and a killer playlist. You need the World of Audiovisual Event Services. Waves. Visit musitech.net and book your Waves entertainment now. Waves.
Fuse AV, the fusion of today's technology with custom design. Ease your business into the 21st century while retaining your company's style and branding. We custom design audiovisual solutions for businesses big and small. You'll be so successful your wife will finally quit her job and make sandwiches like she's supposed to. Ow! Educated in sound engineering with decades of experience, visit musitech.net.
Visit musitech.net for more information about Fuse AV.